Hello, I'm Serge from SkyComp Solutions, and today we're going to talk about hosting your first meeting in Teams. So, the first thing you need to do is start your meeting. You can do this in a couple of ways. If you use the Outlook integration, you're able to just go to your little reminders window and you can click Join Online right here. Or you can go to your calendar in Outlook and you're able to click the Join Microsoft Teams meeting here. So since you're the meeting organizer, you'll get to this screen and you can simply click Join Now, and this starts up the meeting. Now we're sitting in the meeting and we're waiting for other people to join. Others aren't able to join your meeting until you start it, so make sure if you're starting your meeting, you get there on time. So on our other computer here, we'd already had this meeting set up and we're going to join that meeting. And now we have both people in the meeting. So you're hosting your first meeting, and most times you're going to, right now you have audio running, you can turn on your webcam. This is done right up here to turn on camera. When I turn on camera, you'll see a little preview of yourself down in the corner. And as soon as you see that preview happening, that's telling you you're broadcasting your video. So if we popped over and looked at the other computer right now, we would see that video is happening as well. So I'm going to leave that video off for right now. There's a few things that I like to turn on when I'm hosting a meeting. I like to click the Show Participants button. That will show me who's attending the meeting. If they have an icon set up, you'll see that information, but this gives you a few controls. And I like to turn on Show Conversation. So what those two features do, Show Conversation, if somebody's joined, they haven't said anything, they might be typing to you, telling you they're having an audio problem. So that's some feedback that they can have. So I find that to be a very useful feature to keep an eye on. The Show Participants is where you're able to mute somebody. I'm sure everybody by this point has been in a meeting where somebody didn't mute their microphone, they're getting a lot of feedback, or their dog's barking in the background and they just haven't really realized that they're causing some interruption for other people. So if, for example, on the attendee, I turn that in, we're now getting some feedback. As the meeting organizer, I am able to mute participant. So as the meeting organizer, I am able to control that information and mute that, and I don't have to keep asking the other person to be muted. A great piece of information is you'll see quickly on their screen, they'll be notified that they've been muted. So they can dismiss that, they can unmute themselves if they want to talk, but it gives them a little bit of an indication. Another reason why I like to keep this up is the raising a hand feature. So that's if you're going to take a poll or ask for feedback or a vote, or even if somebody wants to find a time to ask a question or interrupt, they're able to click their raise a hand. On my side in the participants, I'll see right there that hand is raised. So I can respond, ask them what question they have, and then I'm able to lower hand. So once I've addressed that, I know it's done, I'm able to lower their hand. So down the road, if they want to ask another question, they're able to use that feature. That's why I like to keep that participants window open, so I'm able to interact and kind of control the meeting flow pretty easy. So another big thing that you'd want to do is share content. There's a couple different ways to share content. And this is done right here. So in your upper right-hand corner, there's a square box with an up arrow. That's the Share Content menu, and when you click that menu, you'll get a few different options. You'll get the first option of your desktop, which is in sharing your entire desktop. You'll get individual windows, or a PowerPoint presentation, and you're able to browse and find that PowerPoint presentation. Today I want to cover the difference between desktop and window sharing. If I click Share My Desktop, that's sometimes the very easiest way to do it. You can see immediately, it tells me that I'm sharing. I will see this red bar all the way around my screen, and anything inside that red bar I know is being broadcast out. So if we come over to the computer that's attending this meeting, we can see on that display, you can see they see my entire screen. They also see what I see in the Teams meeting. They see my time. They'll see if anybody sends me a Teams instant message. So I often don't use this feature because this is broadcasting everything on your computer, and it's possible somebody sends you a private email and that Outlook prompt comes up. You'll be sharing that information as well. So that might not be the best way or the best thing to do. So when you want to stop sharing information, again, in your little window here, you have an icon that's that same square box, but there's an X in it. You click the X, that will stop you from sharing, and they'll no longer be able to see your screen. So that's one way. It's easy. It lets everything be shared right away, but I like sharing an individual window. So again, if I click Share Content, rather than picking my desktop, I click a window. So I'm gonna share that Google Chrome window of our website. So now we can see, from my perspective, I can see that one window has a red line around it. I can even see that this little Teams display, the red line gets cut off. That's telling me that that window is not being shared. And if we jump over to the other computer, they can only see my browser window. They don't even see that corner of the meeting window covering up. And here I can click on links, do whatever I need to do, scroll down. So this could be a Word document. This could be a PowerPoint presentation, a web browser, kind of anything that you want to share. And they're seeing just that individual window. And again, when I want to stop sharing that, I'm able to go down and click the square with an X in it to stop sharing. It's important to know anybody in your meeting can do this. So if somebody else that's not the organizer wants to share a piece of content, they're able to use the exact same process. Go up to that share. So if I jump over to the attendee, they have that same control. They can click Share Content, and they can pick, say, to share their calendar. They'll see the same thing. They'll see the red bar circling what they're sharing, and now I'm able to see what that user is sharing. So this is great for collaboration and going through, and different people can share content at different times, and the interface is very much the same for an attendee or the organizer in this case. And again, they're able to click X and stop sharing. So this is a quick little video on how to start your first Teams meeting and host your first Teams meeting. We went over how to mute a participant if they're getting feedback, how to manage the participant list and the chat notification, how the raise a hand feature works and how you might use it, and then most importantly, how to share content and sharing your desktop screen or an individual application. Hopefully you found this useful. Stay tuned for more videos on how to become a Teams expert.